every organ in their body, whether it be their eyes, their lungs, their heart. And so we consistently see doctors, we consistently fight for answers, and we want to make sure that we can do this fundraiser and work together to help their disease and help the progression and raise money to fund research. Okay, I'm completely not looking at my speech right now. Rick and I started the Spooner Girls Foundation to support life-changing research. We are working hard to grow our foundation and raise money to change their lives. Our number one goal is to fund research and find treatments. As of now, we are 2 out of 13 people in the world with a rare disease. Understandably, there is no research, so we are fighting. We have to raise money on our own. This is an extremely rare disease. Spooner Girls Foundation, the first goal is to raise money for their disease. Oh, wow, I'm more nervous than I thought. Thank you. So, anyways, the fashion show today is something that means a lot to us. It's from my heart and soul. We always knew that we needed to raise money for our foundation, but I wanted to do something fun, and we have so many special needs kids in our lives that mean so much to us, and they're such beautiful, incredible souls, and they fight every day to do the same things that our kids and everyone else can do so easily. So we really wanted to do the special needs fashion show to make them in the spotlight, make them feel special. They're getting their hair and makeup done in the back room. They're going to strut their stuff on the red carpet, and you guys are all going to applaud for them, and they're just feeling special because that's what they deserve to feel. We truly appreciate all of you guys here today. We appreciate all the support. I could not do it without you. I am a Facebook person because I need the support. I like to share our stories. I like to hear what you guys all have to say. I like the advice. I have to admit, I like it all. So I'm just excited to watch you guys just applaud for these special needs kids in the runway, and we're excited that you're here today. Dr. Kimonis is going to give you an update on our research that we've been funding. And we had yesterday our NUBPL meeting. NUBPL is the gene that's mutated. So it's hard to explain, but Dr. Kimonis will have more to say about that. But yesterday was our NUBPL meeting at UCI. We had researchers from all around the world come and share what they're doing for our foundation and for research for our rare disease. And we started that. Rick and I together have started this program for research, and we're super excited for all of you to hear today, and we can't wait for the kids to be on the runway. Okay, so now let's start the show. That was a terrible speech, by the way. Dr. Kimonis. You're up. Dr. Virginia Kimonis is our researcher that we've worked with from the beginning. And oh my goodness, hopefully you do a better job than I did.
Great job. So thank you so much, Christy and Rick, for inviting me to this amazing event. And it's just so wonderful to see so many of you here. This was fantastic. It just gets bigger and bigger each year. So I do want to give you an update of what your funds are doing for NUBPL research. So what is NUBPL? So it's a gene, and we have experts actually in the group here who probably know more about NUBPL than I do. Kathy Hall, for instance, was the person who really started studying NUBPL at UC Irvine, and we have another student who has got her thesis from it, and then Rehab, who's also in the audience here somewhere over there. She just graduated working on NUBPL disease. So what NUBPL is, it's the gene that makes the protein, and it's very important for mitochondrial complex 1 structure. And the mitochondrial complexes are important because they shuttle electrons and then produce energy. And energy is really, really important for the brain particularly, but also other organs such as the muscle, the heart, the liver, etc. So individuals with NUBPL disease have no functioning copy, really. They have 2 mutations in each of their 2 copies that they inherited from their mom and their dad. And because of the fact that this gene is very important, mitochondrial function is affected, and the brain particularly is affected. And what we find, looking at all the patients that we've studied at UC Irvine, is that the cerebellum, which is the part of the brain that's very important for coordination, it helps people achieve good eye-hand coordination. They're able to walk in a stable manner, and when that gene is disrupted, it affects their ability to walk, and you call that ataxia, and it affects their eye-hand coordination and cognitive function as well. There are developmental delays and other neurological findings that we see. So when we made the diagnosis in the Spooner family with brand new technology that only came about a few years ago, and the Spooners actually were breaking the barriers in terms of getting Ambry Genetics lab to do the testing in a very speedy fashion. They wanted it done by Rare Diseases Day, and the company pulled all stops. They pulled all their resources together, and they accomplished it. And we were able to diagnose the 2 girls with NUBPL disease. When we looked at the literature, there were only 8 patients ever published in the entire world, and the girls made up 10. And then we, with their help, with their wonderful blog, they were able to recruit patient number 3 for UC Irvine, and then we made contact with various labs, and we were able to recruit 2 others. So we have 5 patients that we have studied at UC Irvine, making a total of 13 patients in the whole universe with this very rare disease. And, and what I told the Spooners when we sat down with them and gave them the results is that the NIH isn't going to fund something that is so rare. And if they wanted research done that would make a difference in the girls' lives and hopefully give them a better quality of life, this is such a new disease, nobody really knows enough about this, they would have to fundraise. And they have stepped up to the plate. They've done a spectacular job. And, they've raised funds. So this will be the 3rd fundraiser that they have hosted, and I wanted to update you a little bit on what the money has gone towards. So right off the bat, I knew how to make mouse models, and I said, we need to make a mouse model because you can't take pieces of brain or any other organs from the kids and study it, right? You just can't. And also stem cells were just, the technology was just beginning, and I proposed to them that we would take skin from the girls, so with the 2 Spooner girls, and the next patient, her name is Catherine Bell. She has a website, so it's no secret, and the 2 websites do talk to each other quite a lot, so I'm not divulging any HIPAA sensitive information here. But we obtained skin from all 3 girls, and we studied their mitochondrial function, and we were seeing differences. And those differences are what we need to be able to study to be able to look at different treatments. But a skin is not the brain, right? We need to make those skin fibroblasts into brain tissue because that's really where the money is going to be. So with the technology that we have, and with excellent collaborators and funds that the Spooner family raised, we have made stem cells with those fibroblasts, and we are in the process, with the help of Dr. Phil Schwartz at CHOC, making them into neurons. We would ideally like to make them into cerebellar tissue because we know the cerebellum, which is the part of the brain there, is where the most problem lies that we see. The cerebellum starts off, we think, being normal in utero, but then over time it's shrinking. it's help me with the word, getting hyperplastic, right? Atrophying, right? Atrophying, and it's a very important part of the brain. So that is one thing that has already been accomplished. We have made stem cells, I believe, from all three. Definitely one, and two are well on the way, and that's going to be made into neurons over the next year, which we will then study to look at what the mitochondrial function does, and also look at different treatments. Meanwhile, we reached out to a collaborator in the UK. Her name is Janneke Balk, and she was a speaker yesterday at our third international NUBPL conference. Everyone was so excited that it went so well. We learned so much, and it was a very exciting event. We discovered that she works on Yarovia yeast. So these are different from baker's yeast that makes your wine that you're going to imbibe later on today. The regular yeasts that make wine don't have mitochondrial complex 1, but this Yarovia yeast do, and they're easy to study. So she introduced all the mutations that were in the Spooner family, in the other families that we have subsequently identified, and has studied the activity. We also studied the mitochondrial cocktail. We teased out all the different components of the mitochondrial cocktail, and this cocktail is what the girls have been on for many years and should continue for the rest of their lives. That's all we have right now as treatment for mitochondrial disease. But what she found was that coenzyme Q10, which is a very important component of the mitochondrial cocktail, actually benefits at least the yeast. And so we would definitely recommend that the girls continue that. It's very expensive, unfortunately, but it's gonna it's gonna benefit. The other thing that we have accomplished with the funds that we raised. So last time when we did the fundraiser, I told Christy that we needed $40,000 because that's how much it cost me to make the last mouse I made. And of course, the fundraiser didn't achieve that amount, but technology is wonderful because we have what's called CRISPR technology. Maybe some of you have heard about CRISPR technology. It stands for something that I can't remember, but it's palindromic repeats. You introduce this cut in the genome, you put in whatever you want to put in terms of your mutation, and then you study the animal. And we have actually made a mouse model. Thank you for your support from the last time. Mm-hmm. So we have a mouse model that carries the mutation in one copy. And what we need to do is make pups that carry 2 copies. And we had some problems along the way where the dams, when they delivered, they ate their pups, and mice do that apparently. But now we're at a point where we have enough mice and we will hopefully see homozygotes. So these are mice that have 2 copies, just like all our patients with NUBPL. And we really hope yeast don't have cerebellum to study, but mice do, and we're hoping we'll study the cerebellum, we'll look at the way they walk, their memory, all kinds of function, how their mitochondrial work, and look at different treatments. So I'm very optimistic with our researchers across the globe, and we're hoping to find more families as a result of the more publicity, that we will find a cure for the kids with NUBPL disease. So that's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much for being here. And
I love you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now our beautiful daughter, Graylin, has a speech that we love you so much. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Hello. My name is Raylin. Sorry. My name is Raylin Spooner, daughter of Rick and Christy Spooner. I am 12 years old and I am the middle child. Let me tell you a little bit about my family. My sisters, Callie and Ryan, have a rare mitochondrial disease that only 13 other people have in the world. Whether that number is accurate or not, it doesn't matter if they're different. They are still human beings who just need a little extra help getting ready in the morning. Callie's friends are pretty much the only thing she looks forward to during the week. It's either screaming and crying for her friends, or it's negotiating whether they are okay or not. Ryan is a little pistol. If you asked her to stay still, she would perform the opposite. Not like anyone even has the patience to try and get her to stay still. I never thought my sisters were different. I never looked at them strange every day, and I never really understood why other families didn't have kids that were screaming and crying when they were 14. I wouldn't trade my family for any other family even if I had a choice. These young adults that stand before us are the most beautiful and special people I have ever met. I have had the pleasure of meeting and talking to them all. But the whole point of this fashion show is to spread awareness and help these wonderful people around the world that are in need for medicine or cures. Everyone here is contributing to the solution, and hopefully the whole world will be too.
Okay, so we have a really special premiere for you. So we did interviews with the models that have been in our show since 2015 now, for the last 2014. 3 years, the last 3 years. And we have a really special movie to show you guys. Are you ready?
My name is Carson.
How old are you?
My name is Carson.
How old are you?
I am 14.
Chandni,
How old are you?
9,
Callie, what?
18,
Charlie Warner,
How old are you?
17 and a half, almost 18.
Hi, I'm Teresa and I'm 21.
My name is Liliana Elijah.
I am 17.
Karen. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Brian Swing and Pistol.
How old are you?
8.
And Mom, to hang out with my family and friends more, because they always got my back and they're always there for me. The most popular thing to do with my brothers and my sisters. They're like really awesome. They have a great heart, and I always hang out with them. Read a book?
Book.
Having a good life that my mom and dad raised me like, and I love being with my friends at school.
I'm eating my lunch.
You buy you lunch?
They always got my back, and we always share lunch sometimes. And yeah, me and my friend are like brothers.
When someone like wants to give me a hug, I let them give me a hug. And when someone opens the door for me,
Also, I love to make me smile.
You love when your friends make you smile?
Yes.
It's easy to make you smile, huh?
yes, I used to play basketball, but I'm already done playing basketball. So now I'm playing baseball, and I'm on the Padres. really good on my baseball team, and my coaches always like to call me like Mr. Ladies Man. Ladies Man.
Mr. Ladies Man.
Yeah.
I play baseball, basketball, and football.
I do. I play sports. I play basketball is my favorite, and I like badminton and soccer. Thanks. Do you have a nickname in your sports? I don't have a nickname, but some people call me Ted sometimes, and some people call me the Fudge.
I love soccer, and I love soccer because I wasn't a kid, and I love playing soccer.
Do you have a nickname in your soccer team? Does somebody call you something?
Yeah, and it was Lily Bell.
Lily Bell. What else did we call you?
And also Miss Karen. Miss Karen say, and Lily Billy.
Lily Willy.
Paris. Paris. You like the aquarium and Paris?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really fun.
Hawaii.
Hotel.
I love going to ELA because my band couple visit Western Planet. I love there. Yeah.
You want to go to the cruise.
On a cruise?
See my mommy?
See my mommy.
Mario and my personality makes me beautiful.
I'm so beautiful because I am doing friends like my best friend Callie.
Your best friend Callie makes you feel special
Yes.
and especially beautiful.
My family makes me special people.
When you're happy, when you're happy,
Just my happy smiley face.
I'm always beautiful. I love being fashion shows. So much fun. I love being in my best friend's house. Obviously, beautiful with different people, with special needs. It's amazing.
So that movie just like makes me smile ear to ear every time I watch it. I can just watch it over and over. All right, so are we ready for the fashion show? I think we're good. We're up there. Okay, so Maki, you have the music ready? Okay, let's do
I
this.
have something to say about it.
Oh wait, Robin has something to say. Really?
Of course. Anyone that knows me knows I have something to say. My mic in my hand. But those of you that don't know me, I'm Robin Hayden. I'm a friend of the Spooner family.
Our best friend.
And yes, Christy's best friend. But I just wanted to take a second here just to say something about Rick and Christy. Obviously, their family has touched each and every one of you. I'm sure you all have your stories about Callie and Ryan, and I know that Rick and Christy are always doing what they can for their girls. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, so Rick and Christy are always doing whatever they can for their girls, but I'm not sure if they're aware of what impact their daughters have had on each and every one of us. And I'm just going to share with you two quick stories. My daughter Samantha, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, we were walking around at Halloween around the Spooner's neighborhood, and Callie was in a wheelchair, and she couldn't keep up with everybody. And it was, you know, Christy was pushing her, and she was freaking out and crying, and all the kids were running in front of her. And Samantha turned to Callie and said, "Do you want me to push you in the wheelchair?" Callie said, "Yeah." So Samantha spent the rest of the night pushing Callie house to house, didn't run around with the front, with the girls, in the front. And it's that stuff that as a parent, I couldn't be more proud of her. I mean, these are the things that your daughters, Callie and Ryan, are teaching our kids. We're raising very kind and compassionate kids because of your daughters. But wait, there's one more story I just have to share with you. My 5-year-old son is in a transitional kindergarten class in a general ed public school. Every Wednesday, there's a little boy who has a physical and cognitive disability that comes and works out with them. They sent a note home to me because they were so touched by my son's compassion and kindness. Every time Jackson got the ball, he gave it to this little boy, Sebastian, to make sure that he was being included. They said he went above and beyond being attentive and kind to him, put this child's needs in front of his own. They just were so touched. And as a parent, again, this is what you want for your kids. These are things that need to be taught in children. And we're getting this from your daughters. Like, they're giving to us. So without further ado, that's why we're all here tonight, because we want to be able to give back to them, because they are trying single-handedly to raise money for research. So without further ado, I would love for you guys to meet the models that we just saw right here. Is everybody ready? Maki, let's cue the music. Let me see who's going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Olivia. Olivia is wearing stuff from Tilly's. Tilly's was so sweet and donated all of the clothes here. Where is my stuff? Olivia. Great job, Olivia. You are especially beautiful. Oh, there was. I'm sorry. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a walking miracle. This is Daphne. Daphne is one of 18 diagnosed in the world with her disease. At 11 months old, she had a neurological regression, lost the use of her hands, her arms, and the ability to roll over. She was diagnosed with leukoencephalopathy with thalamus and brainstem involvement. They were sent home to enjoy what time they had left with her. And as you can see, Daphne has been working extremely hard to defy all odds and has baffled her doctors. Thank you, Daphne. You're gorgeous. And here we have the pistol, but she's going to be shy. This is Ryan, everybody. Ryan Spooner has a huge heart. She loves to help everyone around the house, and she loves doing chores. Ryan is especially beautiful because she is full of determination and strength. She fights against her mitochondrial disease and doesn't ever let it stop her. Ryan's favorite things are animals, softball, family, and friends. Way to go, Ryan. Who's coming up next? Who do we have next? Charlie. Here he comes, everybody, strutting his stuff. Charlie is a senior at Tesoro, and while he is sad to leave his friends and families, he is turning an adult. Charlie truly has a heart made of gold. He goes out of his way to greet everybody, hug everybody, ask about their day. Not a day goes by that Charlie has not touched the heart of a new friend. Way to go, Charlie. Nice job, nice job. Give me a hug. That's right, that's right. And here comes Aiden, everybody. Aiden is especially beautiful because she loves her friends and family so much. So cute. So cute. That's right, girl. Rock it out. This is you. This is you. You got this. So sweet. All right, Aiden. What up, girl? We gotta go. We got other people out there. She's like, I'm just gonna steal the show. I'll just stay up here all day. Cammie, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cammie. Cammie loves everyone she meets equally with all her heart.
She's social and enjoys her friendships deeply. Cammie has been born with the gift of perseverance, which has enabled her to succeed beyond all of our expectations. Cammie loves fishing and exploring when she's camping with her family, but she's truly passionate about swimming. Let's give it up for Cammie one more time. Cammie, this way, baby, this way, this way, this way, this way. Atta girl. Who's next? Who's it? Carson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Carson. Carson is 14 years old. He's a freshman at Tesoro High School. Carson is especially beautiful because of his huge, loving heart. He is handsome with his super long eyelashes, beautiful eyes, and dimples. I asked Carson this question. His response was, "What makes you beautiful? 'Cause I'm awesome." And here is Sean today, everybody. Sean today is especially beautiful because she has one of the biggest hearts. She loves her family, she loves giving big hugs, and she loves to be with people. Way to go, Sean today. And here we have Callie Spooner. Here she is. This is Callie. This is the reason behind Especially Beautiful, everybody. Callie is especially beautiful because she cares so much about the people she loves. She thinks about them and wants to make sure they're okay. She has a smile that will catch your attention and light up the room. As you can see, just look at that smile. Callie's favorite things to do are listen to music, walking, swimming, dancing, hanging out with her friends. We love Callie so much, and we were never going to give up fighting for her. Way to go, Callie! You did it! Who's our next one? Liliana? Liliana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Liliana. Here she comes. Liliana is the youngest of four. She has one sister and two brothers. She is 17 years old and a senior at Tesoro. Liliana is especially beautiful because she has the biggest and kindest heart. She loves everyone and is always wanting to help her family and friends. The three things that Lily loves the most are her family, friends, and cheeseburgers. Way to go, Lily. Come this way, babe. Come this way. Is this Steven? Is this Steven? Steven? Steven! Steven is going to turn 21 soon, and he is one fine gentleman. He finds great joy in helping others. Wait, you got to go stand out there. Go stand out there. Let everyone see you. Steven is especially beautiful because he is genuine and loving. His favorite things in life are singing happy birthday, blowing out candles, music, music, and more music. Way to go, Steven! Way to go! Who is it? We got Kristen! Kristen, come on out! Here, why? Way to go, Kristen! Kristen is especially beautiful because she has a huge heart and she loves with her family and friends.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Should we bring them all out?
Is this everybody?
Can we bring them all out? And go, oh, KK, KK!
No, I was going to say, we have KK.
KK!
Here's KK. KK is especially beautiful third child. Growing up in a family of 6, she has grown to be a very compassionate, understanding, and helpful beyond words. Her family has never known someone to be so eager to help others.
She loves hanging out with family and friends. She's stylish with her clothes, but never leaves the house without her smile. She's just as beautiful on the inside as she is out. We love you. And here's Teresa, everybody. Teresa is fun-loving and energetic. She loves her family and friends. Her real passion is love, laughter, music, and singing. There you go, girlfriend. Teresa sees the goodness in everybody and everything. She only sees the ability in herself and especially in her friends. She loves to travel, and Italy is her favorite destination. She loves to laugh and brings a smile to the face of others with her sense of humor. Thank you, Teresa. So is that yes? Ladies and gentlemen, these are your especially beautiful models. Let's go, girls. Let's walk on out there. It's okay. Watch out for Ryan. Watch out for Ryan. Stay with Daddy. Stay with Daddy. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our fashion show. I think we can move to the other.
What time is it? All right, everyone, the silent auction on the baskets close at 7:45, so make your bids and enjoy dinner. And we're so happy that you guys came. Thank you guys so much again. The kids love this so much, and we're so appreciative of all of you guys' support and love, and can't say thank you enough. Thank you.